Hey guys, welcome back to Insight Tennis Tour Stroke Series. My name is Rick Oldroyd. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about the volley, and we're going to teach you a technique today that is critical on the volley, that you can actually go out and work on this and master this technique, and it's going to drastically increase the power on your volley. If you've ever watched the pros and how they just pop that ball and hit it so clean on that volley, we're going to show you today exactly how that's accomplished. And there's a technique that, if you've seen some of my other videos, I talk about this quite extensively, where on the volley I obviously want to be resting with my racket, you know, nice and relaxed here. If you watch Federer, I think he's probably the best one to emulate on the volley, as well as pretty much every other stroke. But so you're going to look at nice and relaxed with my racket head up. My hands are just nice and soft on the racket. When the ball comes, I'm going to actually have this rotate my racket back, open my racket up. I keep my chest facing the net. Okay, I'm not advocating turning to the side like this. If you watch the pros, you'll see that just isn't the case. They don't do that. Again, if they have more time, they might turn a little bit more. And they also might take the racket back a little bit more, but by and large, this is what you're going to see about here. Now, what we want to talk about today is there's a little release of the racket back before you swing back to contact. You're going to see this specifically with Federer, and this little release gives you a lot of pop on that volley and on that ball. So, and what I mean by that is, if I'm here, and I take my racket back to here, then as I'm ready to hit, I'm going to actually release my racket back. Okay, you see how it released back, and then it comes down and into contact here, through and back to ready position, right? So here you're going to see release, boom, and he comes down and makes contact out in front. Now, if it's a low ball, you're going to see kind of the same kind of thing. There's still that little release back. Well, that little release is a huge power source. And yes, your timing has to be better when you do this. But when you master it, you're going to see that you can really pound the ball on volleys. And instead of just putting the ball back in play, you can end that point. And that's kind of what you're looking for. So there's a drill that you can do on the wall that'll kind of help you learn this technique. And I kind of want to demonstrate that for you here. Couple of things to remember: nice soft hands on the racket, but then I'm going to squeeze enough to maintain racket control. So I firm up, obviously. If the ball is hit hard at me, I've got to be more firm. If it's hit softer, I can be less firm. But by and large, I want that nice soft hands on the racket, and then I'm going to obviously firm it up when I make contact with the ball. And that's one of the keys. But this little release back is something that you've got to learn if you really want to be able to pop those volleys, whether it's backhand or forehand. The backhand, again, that little release right there before I come down into the ball. So we're going to try a couple of things on the wall here. These are some drills that you can go out and do that will give you the idea of exactly what you want to feel here. So you're going to basically just hit it against the wall here, and then just release it back, and just practice that little release, okay? You don't worry about how hard you're hitting the ball right now. You just want that ball to release back so that you can feel what I'm talking about, okay? So it's just the little release and through, okay? Little release and through. Little release and through. Here and through. Here and through. Okay, and so you'll practice that, and you'll kind of get, so you know, your timing will get a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better, and that's what you want. Now, interestingly enough, this is the same idea in a forehand slice. We're going to do that in another video, but this is one of the key concepts to hitting that forehand slice. So let's do that again, and now I'm going to release it back and come through a little bit quicker and pop the ball a little bit more, so you can see what you can really put on this ball. Okay, nice soft hands, and then I just pop it down. Okay, and you can hear when it hits the wall that it's got some pretty good pop on it, right? And I can really put something on that if I want to. But again, this is the idea. I want you guys to, you know, go out and try this, go out and practice this, and you can just get on the wall, and obviously the ball comes off the ground, you're just going to release it back and bang. So it's this idea right here. Again, I don't want you to take it too far back, but you get the idea that you're not going to just keep the racket here, okay? So when I take it back here, it's going to release back as I step in and hit that volley, okay? Now this is something that's going to be very, very helpful for you. So go out and work on it. And like I said, you can really put a lot on that ball once you get this down and you get your timing down. So let's show you a couple of more extreme examples perhaps, okay? Where I'm going to be nice and soft and nice and relaxed, and then through, and through, and again I'm firming that up at contact. But you can see I can really start putting some pop on that ball. And as you get better and better at that, it'll get more and more powerful. And the difference, guys, is when you master this technique, when you're at net, my opinion, if you get a volley up in here, it should be just point over. There's no reason why your opponent should ever have another shot at that ball. And you know, you can hit the ball back deep and stay in the point, but if you've got that ball up here, that's the ball that you've tried to earn. You know, you want that high ball right here. If you're at the net and you get that ball right here, it should just be point over. And this is going to allow you to do that. You can hit that volley with pace and penetration and end that point. And that's what you're looking for. So again, go out and try this. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. And obviously, we love to hear your feedback, love to hear the comments that we get from all over the world. This is something that will allow you to have that pop and penetration on that volley. If you're wondering how the pros just pound that ball and pop that ball, you hear that crisp, clean sound. This is the key. If you just hold your racket out and move into the ball, there's just nothing on that. You're never going to get that pop sound, and that's what you're looking for, that clean, crisp contact. So again, go out and try it, go out and work on it. This is just a little drill. It'll help you to feel that release, and be careful not to release it too far back, but you get the idea, and then you'll get better as time evolves. So hopefully that'll be helpful for you guys. Again, leave any comments or questions below. You email me directly at rick@insighttennis.com if you're interested in lessons or clinics. Also, visit the website direct at insighttennis.com. We do have a lot of new content on the website, so check that out. As always, guys, thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you next time out on the court.